I grew up in Los Angeles. We all moved from Michigan in the year Disneyland opened. And yep, so I spent all my formative years in Los Angeles and started building bikes there. I call my bikes Whymcycles. I've been making bikes again since I was barely a teen, and I just called them my bikes for a long time, and then I saw a bicycle in the late 1980s in the Henry Ford Museum, and it had an offset axle, and it was called an Ingo bike. My middle name is William. I abbreviate it WM, Whim, sort of. And I met a guy who said, "Your bikes are pretty cool. What do you want to call that? It's not really an Ingo bike." I said, "Well, I've been thinking of whimsical." And whimsical in the dictionary means fanciful or imaginative, from the word whimsy, and the word whimsical, and also eccentric, but socially eccentric. And the wheel on the bouncing scooter I make is geometrically eccentric. So it's sort of a triple header. It's Whymcycles, whimsical, imaginative, and whimsical, eccentric, but geometrically as well as socially eccentric. So yeah, and now everybody calls all my bikes Whymcycles, so that's what happens. My father thought when I learned how to ride a unicycle in my early teens that I would wind up joining the circus, but it wound up I sort of started my own bicycle circus.
During the summer, on any given Sunday, we'll have 2 or 3 people come by and say, "Can we see the bikes?" And Peter would gladly just kind of come on in, and he'll show them around. He calls it a dog and pony show.
The Uber Tolly or what have you. This is the drain hose from a dishwasher. So whether you're inhaling or exhaling, it's the corrugation of the tube disturbs the flow of the air and makes it into a whistle, whether you're inhaling or exhaling. And this used to be 2 feet tall, or it used to be, whoa, this high, which was way hard to get onto. And I fell off once and woke up at home. So right after I'd made it, and so I decided I'd shorten it, so now it's the height it is, and much safer. The machines sort of overflowed the garage a little bit, but I have yard art, like people have garden gnomes or deers or Bambis or things on the front yards, and I have a rolling sculpture garden. I've made about 250 bikes roughly over the years, and about 180-ish, 190 I think were made for other people. I've had people come to me who've had strokes, people who are paraplegic or quadriplegic, and it's sort of like Fatima or Lourdes. I do bicycle cures at the St. Francis of Assisi.
Peter was kind enough one day, seeing me walking my dog, to say if you ever needed any help with wheelchair-oriented things, since they're a lot like bicycles, to give him a call. I drive from my wheelchair, and so he has helped me make the attachments to help fasten me into place. And Peter put his own twist on that.
It's all bicycle brake parts, handlebar, the rowing machine seat. About the only thing that isn't off a bicycle is this seatbelt strap. Here I was all ready to buy him brand new bearings and pieces of raw metal to cut and weld together.
And Peter looked at it and said, you know, I think I've got everything you need right in my garage. Mind if I try it with what I got first?
I get my materials from, I have informed neighbors or friends or even strangers. Sometimes they will bring me things because they see that that's a good way. Whether it's something that's used to be part of an antenna bolted to a house, or someone finds something they don't know what to do with it, and that makes me have an idea. Almost anything can spark it. So these are so you can hang upside down and not use your hands, which I haven't had the courage or time to learn. So you can do it like this and use your feet in the straps. Or you can just brace with your legs and do the same thing. Maybe it's sort of the prototypical parent's answer is I always say, well, it's not that all of them are my favorites, but I always say the next one. But the bouncer, the Bounce for Glory, has been my, it's been a very good creation. I got an idea to try to make it one bounce using the race car tires. And I built that in the fall of 2005, and I've been racing that for 6 years now. I was there last Memorial Day weekend at the race, and my wife and a friend happened to both videotape me going into the water on the second day. And I was alarmed to hear so many people yelling, "Hey, go Peter, go Peter!" Just trying to have fun, and if other people are having fun, well, all the better.
Served as his pit crew in the Arcata race in Memorial Day weekend in 2009, and just had a blast doing that. He makes it look easy, and it's not as easy as it looks.
There are a few words to describe Peter's impact in the community, but he's thought-provoking in a very positive way, and that's what this community needs and will thrive on, is people who make us think in a good way.
Some of my bikes have been ridden by tens of thousands of people over the last 25, 30 years, and that's a big number. And so it's really fun just to be able to share it and have a lot of people just having their eyes opened about what can be done with the simplest of materials, and they can have maximum fun. All the machines that I've made are made out of stuff that people tossed because it was now useless. Its original intent was spent, done, gone. And I spend a couple hours or a couple days with ideas that come in my head, and they go from my imagination to the metal to the other people's imaginations, and that's magic.